right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. And as always, I want to give a special peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, I'm the brother Zion. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to feed the sheep and the lambs of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, and Tawadati Habashim Yahweh Shai for allowing me to, do this lesson, give you brothers another live lesson. And Lord willing is edifying. And through the Spirit, as you can see from the title of the video, it's almost over. And what I mean by that is the downfall of Esau, Edom, and the rising of Yashar Allah. The coming kingdom, which will be ruled and sentenced. That's a tongue twister right there. Sentenced by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And where there's going to be complete order, structure, and that's where we're going to see all Israel come together. A lot of people, they want that to happen on this side, but that's not going to happen. We're going to have divisions amongst each other on this side because right now, what's important is the 100% truth. Okay? Right now, what's important is the 100% truth. All right? There's going to be divisions amongst camps and things of that nature. But when the kingdom is established, those things are going to be put away. All right? Also, when the elect is sealed, right? So our job now is to prophesy the downfall of Esau, Edom, and, put the vibration out there for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to return, right? And that's what you see us doing week in and week out on the forefront. We're trying to be consistent. We are consistent, in this work. All right. And right now it's important that we uplift Yahweh Shai. Because that's what it's about. Right now it's about Yahweh Shai. He's gonna get, using the metaphor, he's gonna get the first slice of cake, and then the elect is gonna eat, right? So, like I said, it's almost over. The downfall of this man's society. We're getting ready to enter into terrible times, as we always, preach. And we're basically waiting on that seventh trump, okay, which is the thermonuclear destruction, so we can get the hell up out of here via the chariots. All right, so this is the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 1. It says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." And what is that representative of? That's representative of the elect, all right, coming down off the ships after the dust settles. Because after, when this place is destroyed, right, the elect is going to be delivered, okay? But when the dust settles, we're going to come back down off those ships. And that's when the establishment of the kingdom is going to begin. Okay, all you elites are basically going to be dug out of the holes in the rocks, wherever you reside, or wherever you decided to hide from the thermonuclear destruction, you're going to be dug out. Who's going to dig you out? The elect, right? And that's when you're going to become the first fruits of slavery. So there's, New Jerusalem, hey, Lord willing, we're of the elect. We're going to come down off them ships, and we're going to begin to reign on the earth. So that's what that's talking about. It says, "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and Yahweh shall be with them and be their power." Right? And that's what we're basically going to be one. Okay? Joined to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why it says, basically compare, it's a metaphor, a bride adorned for her husband. "And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." And right now, that's our people are dealing with all of that. Death, sorrow, pain. Jake is in a fucked up position when you look at our people, you know, on a whole scale. Jake is, you know, diagnosed with all these diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure. A part of that is because of the diet that Jake has, because they like to eat a lot of abominable shit. But Jake is very sickly in America, especially in America. Jake is very sickly, you know. So, you know, and not only being sickly, like as far as the body goes, but you're spiritually you're sick. You know, you don't truly know Yahweh Shemi Shai. So Jake is sick spiritually, which is even more important because you're away from your God. And that's what the prophets are here to set up to do, to bring you back to Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. But we understand that it's only for the elect. We're the only Israelite group, GMS, who goes into only dealing with the elect. The rest of you Israelite groups don't even speak about the elect. You just try to gather as many people as you can. Right? It says, and he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I will make all things new. Okay? And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. And that's what we're waiting on, a new heavens and a new earth. We're in dwelleth righteousness, man. Because at the end of the day, you got to think, when this destruction hits, there's nothing anybody can do to turn it back. There's nothing anybody could do to turn it back. So with that being said, the Lord is going to wipe this place clean. He's going to wipe it clean, man. This is Slovakia. I wanted to find this particular precept in Job. Okay, boom, right here. Job chapter 5 and verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. All right. Why does it say, for in 7 there shall no evil touch thee? Because the 7th trump is representative of the full destruction. Right? So it says he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Because if you're delivered in the 6th trouble, that means you escape the 7th. All right. That's why in the thumbnail you see the brother with the glass of wine, you know, with the chariots behind him, representative of, you know, us being in the kingdom. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. And that's what the Lord is going to do for his elect men. They're going to be redeemed and relieved from all coming destruction. Now, it does say that some were beheaded. You know, some brothers are going to die, right? But the scriptures tell us what? The dead in Yahweh Shai shall rise first. So, you know, there were martyrs for the Lord. Okay? But the scriptures say there shall be some of you that shall never taste death. Okay? It says, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh, because Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to put a totally different spirit on us, man. We're not going to be afraid in those times. Here it is, we're prophesying about those times. But then when those times come, we just going to be afraid. We're going to just bitch up. The Lord going to put a colder spirit on us, man, Lord willing. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Okay, so this is letting you know that he's at his end, man. He's at his end. He's living on borrowed time, pretty much, when you think about it. Okay? It's almost over, brothers. We just got to hold tight and continue to be faithful servants, man. Follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. All right? Job 20 and 22. In his fullness, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Okay, and he's in the midst of doing that right now, trying to, you know, fulfill his new world order, right? He believes he's getting ready to be the new God on earth with all his, you know, AI and pseudoscience and all of that shit. He's thinking he's about to fill his belly, right? He's thinking he's about to fill his belly, but truly, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has a plan for this man, which is to bring his ass down to the ground. O thou most proud, like the scriptures say. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Okay? Hey, the scriptures say his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. The Most High created the smith that blow up the coals in the fire, man. He gave this man the capability to create a weapon that's going to destroy himself. That's how bad the Most High is. And then made him too blind to be able to see it. Right? And that's why these different nations have nuclear capabilities. Because Esau's getting ready to blow his damn self up, man. But he's the most proud nation on the planet. He actually believes he could upset the Most High somehow. I'm going to upset the prophecies of Yahweh. That's how proud your ass is. That's never going to happen, man. You're getting ready to go into slavery. It's already written that the elect is going to dig your ass out. Matter of fact, I think that's Revelation 6, right? Because like I said, New Jerusalem is going to come down anyway. I don't know if I have it highlighted in this Bible, but I know it's Revelation, the 6th chapter. Yep, Revelation 6 and 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll, which is that mushroom cloud, okay? Like it says in, I think it's Isaiah. And it was rolled together. That's from the missiles. And every mountain and every island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. That's those different mountain retreats that they got out there in fucking Montana and Denver and all them type of places. All right, in different parts of America. And said to the mountains and the rocks, they really have these underground cities, brothers. These different mountain retreats that stretch for miles and miles. They have these things in place. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So why are they doing that? They're doing that to hide from the Lord. But they're going to be taken out. Who's going to take them out? The elect. Okay? Everything is literally prophesied. You devils can't escape nothing. It's prophesied that you're going to go into your different retreats and all of that. Go ahead. Right? Like it says in though they climb in the top of Carmel, you know, and go into their different retreats and all of that, you ain't going to escape, man. You is not going to escape. No escape for Esau Edom. And like I said, brother, this is almost all this American nightmare is almost over. Okay? Life is not set up for you to pay bills and die. This ain't living. All right? We're set on this earth to rule. Malachi 4 and 1. All right? For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. And that's what those elite and everybody else is going to be running from. And all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts. It shall neither leave them root nor branch. That's complete desolation, like I said. Okay? So we read about these different things. You got to believe it as well. Don't just read it and just think, oh, yeah. No, you got to believe it. Believe what you read. That's where faith comes in, man. All right? Don't just read something and just, oh, yeah. Oh, you got to believe it. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So, like I said, man, it's almost over. And if you get tired of us saying it, then don't watch our fucking videos, man. Kick rocks. Go watch something else. Go watch a podcast or something. It's almost over. We're going to continue to push this word. You know, we're getting ready to get into the end season where it's warmer out. So, you know, Lord willing, you know, we bring some more sheep in, man. So we can seal the elect and make it to the kingdom. So with that, shalom.